that. So let's find a seat that allows us to feel our pelvis on ground or ground-like surface. There's value in soft surfaces and firm surfaces. One of the values of firm surface is that I can really feel for the gravity. Right, there's that letting gravity be felt in the body. And I'll be exploring this over some period of time, but my sense is in pranayama, whether it's a standing breathing or seated breathing, I think we can get a lot out of feeling gravity in the body as we initiate certain aspects of our breath. Okay. So let's begin right in the pelvis, the sit bones, and there's no reaching to be done. You don't have to press or reach, or it's really just becoming sensitive to the perception of gravity in and through the body as we're able to register it and the sit bones. Something I observe is when there's a reluctance to feel as gravity, that initiated inhale seems to be a little stiffer, less full. So I'm really feeling that gravity, that some modalities call it the sinking or the settling. Just prior to feeling the next inhalation. I'm going to encourage us just throughout our pose work today to, in every breath, feel that gravity in and through the body. And just a refresher, what I mean by that gravity is it's nothing active. It's really the attunement to that sinking, settling contact. You know, it's really that letting the body go to earth. It's not a movement or a motion, but a perception. All right, so our pranayama. Let's go 10 in, 10 out. And at the very end of that exhalation, we'll hold. You don't have to count. But holding, and in that emptiness moment, we're just giving ourselves moments to remember, to register, to sense gravity in and through the body. We'll do 3 rounds. Settling, settling. 10 count inhalation. Ten count exhalation. This is where we really want to listen and attune, because here at empty, holding for some moments. Maybe 5 count. Sink. And again, 10 in. And 10 out. Feeling the sit bones. Effortlessly give to gravity. Feeling the shoulders give themselves over to gravity. Pausing. Now, of course, as we're feeling gravity, the skull is almost like effervescing toward the sky. There's this buoyancy. Last round, final round. So if you had been exclusively focused on the sedimenting, now feel that sedimenting within a quality of buoyancy. Again, we're not reaching. We're not enacting muscles to make us go this way or go that way. Rather, it's attunement, as if I was asking us to start to see the color blue. We wouldn't squint a particular way to attune to blue. We don't have to squeeze or adjust our body to attune to gravity and that effervescent, buoyant ascent. And what's really beautiful is it's very easy on the body. All right. So let's put the left leg on the ground, bent this is my left ankle by my right hip. Right sole of foot planted firm to the ground. I'm just going to hook the crook of my elbow around that right leg. So left elbow, right leg, other way, figé. There you go. I'm just using the right hand to support, and I'm just pressing or moving out any low back rounding. So that's what my right hand helps with. So I'm hardly even twisting. So connecting to breath. Exhaling. Feel the feet contacting the earth. The sit bones. Effortlessly depressing into the mat. Spine bones and disc effortlessly kind of buoyantly moving toward the sky. Take a couple more breaths here. One of the main concerns, seeming concerns, that comes up with this approach is, but what am I to do? I'm not doing anything. Quite the opposite, you're doing a lot. Perception doesn't need a super active governor. It's helpful occasionally to kind of kickstart feeling and to get us generally in our sensing our body, and we'll unwind that side and we'll switch sides. But perception is a rather effortless perceptual shift. So this is the right leg on the ground. This is my left leg crossed over. Right elbow, I'm just hooking. And my left hand props. And we connect to breath. And just again, every breath, we're just having these many occasions to feel what in my body is tending to just effortlessly sink and find the earth. And can I simultaneously feel or attune to what's buoyantly kind of lifting, almost like smoke, right up toward the sky? Nice. Inhale, let's unwind. Good. Let's move on to our elbows and knees, our forearms and knees. We'll be setting up Dolphin. Now, in these occasions, like Dolphin, that ask us to work rather muscularly, some degree of intent or vigor, will we still be able to recognize that effortless sink and that effortless ascent? Will we still be able to perceive it through the din of all this muscular activity? Let's find out. Inhale into the back and the sides of the heart. And feeling those arms as an extension of that heart, softly pressing into the earth, and then more strongly. Neck soft. Exhaling the knees off the ground. So one of the areas that can sink or settle here is the fluids of the brain. One thing I love about this kind of attunement practice is it allows me to sense into the fluid body. It allows me to feel how the fluid body moves and alternately constellates where there's inertia. And it allows me to do this without proverbially putting my hand in the water and disrupting or changing the current. Take a left foot, toes, and move them around your right heel cord. Now engaging that right kneecap, or rather right quadricep. If your right leg is straightened, you can engage that quadricep. If you're seeing your kneecap, you may even see your right kneecap lift a little bit. And we'll switch sides, setting the left foot down. Use the right foot toes, anchor around the left heel cord. If your eyeballs can spot your left kneecap and your leg is rather straight, you can use your quad, your thigh muscle. Engage it. You can see the kneecap and the structure around the kneecap kind of lift and move. And set the right foot down, set the knees down. Release. Let's stand. We'll take a wide-ish stance. Notice I'm not moving out into horse stance I'm not moving into the widest possible. Just separating the legs, propping the hands on the thighs, just wide enough so when I fold over, there's nothing bunched up around the pubic bone. We'll be working rounds of Uddiyana. Okay. And because Uddiyana is a singular suctioning move, let's ensure that we take our chin and we'll be lowering it post-exhale over the throat. Here we go. Inhale. Feel the hands in the thighs. Exhale out everything through the mouth. And we'll pause, just feel the feet sink in. Feel the hands sink into the thighs. And as you draw the belly back, you're feeling the feet sinking. Even as the belly is being lifted up, feel the feet sink. Feel the bottom portion of the spine sink. You may even feel the ribs starting to sink down away from the shoulders. Soften belly, breathe. I'm going to take one wiggle step out, so slightly wider stance. When you're ready, a second round. When you're ready, you exhale. So in this particular technique, we're moving the belly up and still feeling something sinking, moving toward the earth, feeling the weight of our frame transferred, distributed all throughout our joints, down to the feet, down to the ground. Take time to breathe, to recover. We'll do one final round. I'll open up my feet one final time. So now I am in a horse stance. Straightening legs, we'll heel toe the feet together. And let's stand at the top of our mat. We'll be moving through suns. So feeling the midfoot, the heel. Settling down. And so if you've grown accustomed to that more active engagement of muscles to pull or shift the bone in a particular direction, it's okay. Remember, it's a great way to jumpstart, to turn over feeling, sensing, motoric intelligence. It's really great. But we have this perceptual intelligence that just requires some attunement, some listening. Inhale. As the arms reach up, feel the bones of the legs sinking, giving into gravity. Exhale, fold. Feeling the neck, feeling the head soften, giving to gravity. Inhale the left foot back, lunge. Hands to ground, exhale, right foot back. A little bit lower, all the way down. You can use your knees initially till the shoulders feel more warm. Cobra. Inhale. Soft through the chest, even if you're pulling it, soft through the heart. Exhale, lower, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Hands to ground, exhale, step right foot forward. Folding, feeling both the leg bones sink down, the neck, the brain sinking down. Inhale, stand, draw the arms up. Feel the mass of the leg bones sinking down as if away from the pelvis. Exhale, hands to heart. I'll talk us through another. Inhale, leg bones sink down, arms reach. Soft through the front of the chest. Exhale, fold. Feel the sink. Inhale the right foot back, lunge. Soft through the heart. We don't have to thrust it, create tension or rigidity around there. Hands to ground, exhale, left foot back. And we lower, using your knees if necessary. Cobra. Inhale. Use hands to pull. Use hands to push. Keeping the heart soft. Breath can be felt there. Exhale, lower, downward dog. Reach all the way out through the hands, the roots of the fingers, all palm. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Hands to ground, exhale, left foot forward. Folding, feeling the mass of the legs sink down, the neck and the brain weight. Brain fluid sloshing down. Inhale, stand, draw the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Some variations in that same sun sequence. Inhale, reach up. Feel the mass of the bones settling toward the earth. Exhale, fold. Now inhaling, when we step the left foot back, and keep the knee and the heel up. Lunge with the knee up. And give it a couple of breaths. So if you're inclined, you can certainly bring the hands to the leg or overhead. So finding that right amount, that Goldilocks amount of what's that pressure that keeps me from collapsing, the involvement necessary so I don't just collapse like a heap onto the ground, but not so much that I cannot sense what I'm releasing, what's relaxing, what's settling toward the earth. Okay, inhaling, we'll set the hands down and the left knee down. Okay. Easy twisting lunge. Left hand to the ground. Draw the right arm up. So our chest is turning to our right, our inner right leg. Now, many of us, as we start to feel the turn of the trunk, that left hip may be starting to kind of drag forward. Just slightly reach that left hip back so it remains over that left knee. Now, while these arms are in these positions, maybe you're reaching a little bit, feel that breath softly in the heart. It doesn't mean weaken your breath, it means feel that the heart can be soft. That this chest opening isn't about popping the chest forward or rigidifying the chest wall, but you can feel that there's a kind of a tender flowingness from the heart through the shoulders, arms, and hands. You feel how the space of the arms kind of flow out from the space of the heart. One more deep breath. Inhale, right hand down to the ground. Exhale, chaturanga, right foot. We'll step back. Let's lower all the way down, putting the chest and belly on the earth. Cobra. Okay. Last week I was suggesting lifting your hamstrings toward the sky, not lifting your legs, but getting this massive thigh muscle to lift toward the sky. You'll feel how that engages the back of the thigh and the butt, the bottom of the butt. It's very specific. Inhale. Cobra. Exhale, lower downward dog. And you're listening to your Ujjayi sound. It's kind of a light current, right? Back of the throat. And feel how the ribs can be coaxed to ascend or to move or effervesce toward the sky, toward the wall behind you, and up and up and up. Feel how those arm bones in their outreach you can feel the particles of body moving, settling toward the earth. You can feel this even though and even if you're engaging the muscles quite strongly. Lunge, inhale the left foot forward, the right knee, the right heel up. Now, how much effort is really necessary so that I can feel the body releasing to earth. While the upper back lifts from the mid-back. While the neck lifts and frees itself from the heart, from the chest, and the brain can effortlessly float from the neck. It's a bit of a lighter touch to be in the pose. Inhale, hands down, right knee down, easy twisting lunge. So the right hand is down, the left arm reach up. And there's a tendency to kind of wag the pelvis in this move. So we may feel our right hip drift forward, or we may feel our pelvis kind of wag like it's looking left. We may feel the left knee wag left. So just gently reach back through the pelvis, especially that right side. Now I can engage as vigorously as I like. You can engage this as strongly as you want. Like, strong engagement can get some good heat going. However, the strong engagement isn't what we're foregrounding today. There's these other sensations of sinking. Feel that left foot on the ground. Feeling how the body releases to earth. Feeling that in that release, there's actually more availability for this buoyancy and this effervescing toward the sky. Inhale, bring the left hand down. Exhaling, we'll step the right foot forward, folding. Inhale, stand. As we draw the arms up, can you feel the leg bones moving, sinking down? And again, you'll notice I'm not saying anything about tailbone or muscles right now. It's just like turning the dial on the radio. Right? All the stations are there, but can I dial until I hear country? Can I keep turning the dial until I feel descent or sink? Can I turn the dial until I can hear that ascent or that buoyancy? Chair pose. Inhale, bend knees, reach arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Feel the feet sinking into the ground. Monkey, inhale, collar from lap. Exhaling, we'll step back, chaturanga. If it works for you, upward dog. Tops of feet on the ground, inhale, push. Slight bend in the elbows, pull, chest. Really quite soft. Exhale, downward dog. If it works out on your toe joints, you can always roll from your upward dog right over your toes to your downward dog. If it's painful, of course, omit that. But there's something really cool about keeping those toe joints fluid, being able to accept the pressure through the toe joints. So feel here in this downward dog, the bicep, the inner part of the arm, almost sinking and slinking in and toward the rib cage. Even as you're reaching out through the pinky tip, the ring fingertip. And if you can feel that bicep, that inner arm kind of slinking in, you'll start to feel the trapezius, the neck area, a little differently. You can start to engage the wrap if you're inclined to engage the wrap. Warrior one, inhale, right foot forward. I'll recommend a deep stance as long as there's no knee issues. Let's get a nice, deep stance. And so now I am going to engage this back leg. You'll feel these back leg muscles as if they're lifting whoop, toward that back wall, that wall behind me, that ceiling behind me. Eagle. Exhaling the left elbow over the right. Now, if you need your eyes to help you remain balanced, keep them open, certainly. If you want to play with closing eyes, just to get a different sense of how we're navigating the earth with our sense organelles called feet. I feel that the back of the heart's soft. So if you notice yourself pulling the arms forward, you might feel a tension or a stoppage or inertia developing around the back of the heart. You still feel the breath is really, there's a tender heart in there. Inhale, unwind those arms, straighten the right leg, and we'll shorten the stance just a little bit for pyramid. Blocks are really nice. I'm getting mine. Okay. And even if you don't need a block for pyramid right now, I'll suggest just grab one for a moment from now. Okay. Now this is again where the pelvis will tend to wag or drift. And just keep drawing those sit bones back as we fold. Now, if you had completely kind of just draped or rounded your spine toward the ground, I'll have you inhale and walk your hands back up your leg to about your thigh. Now, take that left hand, reach down. If you reach straight down left arm, it's probably just hanging out over your ankle. And there, find a block, left hand. The block could be on the inside of your foot or the outside. Just plop it down. Keep reaching that right hip back. And now inhale, pick that right arm up, revolved pyramid. And keep sinking weight into that left heel. Now, giving this some breaths, I'm going to just give it a few more breaths. Even though there's a bit of a turning of the ribs, a chest opening, can you feel a softness through the heart? So that chest opening is a function of release, soft, the body settling and sinking. The perception of settle and sink gives rise to the perception of open, effortless release of the body, of the heart. So we're not really enacting or doing chest open, heart open, but we're setting the stage. We're priming the soil for us to feel that with acuity, to be right there when it does happen. Inhale, bring the right hand down, bend the right knee. We'll set our hands to the ground. Exhale, chaturanga. Step back. Inhale, upward dog. Tops of feet, press down. Backs of legs, hamstrings, lift up. Pulling the chest forward. Soft, soft through the heart. Exhaling, downward dog. Warrior one. Inhale, left foot forward. Let's give ourselves a moment to feel the sink. Maybe I encourage that sink a little bit by feeling the right heel bone. Discover the earth. Maybe I use some of my weight shift. Maybe I allow the stance to deepen. Eagle. Exhale, hook the right elbow over the left. So again, just drawing our attention to some maybe habitual patterns. But if you're accustomed to a really active style of muscular involvement, maybe you can note if your arms reaching forward creates rigidity or a inertia around the back of the heart. And maybe there's a way I can dial back the effort to improve my attunement to this soft, uncongealed heart, right? It's a really great heart in there. Inhale, let the arms go. I'm stepping the right foot forward for pyramid, just a wiggle forward, a wiggle forward. Okay, I'm setting up blocks. And folding. There's a couple of ways we could do this pyramid. One is this lengthy chest, moving away from the hips. And the other way is kind of the drapesy, just letting it all go. Play around. One of those ways might be habitual. One of those might be necessary for today. And just drawing that left hip back. That's the one that tends to kind of drift a bit. Okay. Now, if you have draped into the fold, just take a moment, inhale, walk your hands back up your leg until you can just dangle your right hand, your right wrist down. If it's over the ankle, great. Put a block nearby. Now keep drawing that left hip back, revolved pyramid, inhale. The left arm up. Keep pressing with those legs. Lengthening through the right side of ribs. Inhale, bring that left hand down, bending left knee. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Tops of feet press down. Back of hamstrings, kind of lift the kneecaps up away from the ground. Exhale, downward dog. And we'll complete this sun by inhaling the feet forward. Monkey. Exhale, fold. Feel the leg bones settling down, the head, the neck. Chair, inhale, bend knees, reach the arms up. And stand, exhale, hands to heart. Let's have a seat. A cross-legged seat will work just fine. As you discover your breath in and around the heart, can the chest wall remain ultra supple and accommodating? Can you feel a suppleness, a supple tenderness in and around the heart? Maybe you feel some patches, maybe you feel some other sensations. Now, when you lie back, if you choose to take a shavasana, now's the time. Okay, you'll get to feel with your back on the ground in shavasana more of that sinking and that settling. So you decide if you want to stay upright and do a short meditation vertical, or if you want to lie back taking a short shavasana, feeling your back to the ground. But either way, we're feeling two distinct things. We're attuning to that sinking and settling, which requires no effort, requires no action. And I'll often sense this as the particulate, the mass, the matter of the body sedimenting. Like I'm just getting a clearer sense of the substance of body. And if I remain attuned to the lightness, that gesture of release can offer this amazing openness to the sky, and when you're ready, bend knees. And turn to a side. And as you use your hands, press to seated. Namaste.